Here we go at Flyweight. Obviously, Johnny Aziawor brings the crowd. Unfortunately, booing Huss, but as you know, Luke Daly, booing, cheering, it doesn't matter. If you are making noise in this environment, you can feed off that. Let's see how this rolls out.
Yeah, definitely. Even in my scenario, I love when people boo me. It feeds that energy. So let's see if Ibrahimi can implement that and use that boo to use those boos to drive him to get the finish here.
Touch of gloves.
John's very long and rangy. I think he's going to be looking to implement that range. Use that jab, those teeps. Very good feints from Johnny here, keeping him back.
Johnny's one of the only guys I get comfortable with his hands low because he manages to just slip out.
He's throwing very long here. Looking really good. Ibrahimi staying safe on the outside, nothing really landing too clean.
Obviously, Ibrahimi has a lot of success getting to the back from takedown, so perhaps the long range is just to look to slow that easy shot down for Ibrahimi.
Yeah,
nice left hook.
Big teep there from Johnny before. I think he definitely needs to.
Nice calf kick and a little jab on the way in. Us just struggling with that range a little bit at the moment, a little bit not quite pepping the step. Nice body kick from Johnny.
Good return. Ibrahimi, he's not leaving shots unanswered. I feel like he needs to utilise.
He's looking for the takedown though. You can see already he's trying to change that level. He's trying to step in, feint, get Johnny, but Johnny's just not reacting, which means the takedown's not quite there.
Johnny needs to sit in his stance a little bit more. I
nice
feel
teep.
Leaning back. Those teeps are going to be a big weapon here.
Yeah, look, back to it again. Would not be surprised once that starts getting a reaction if you see Johnny throw that up the middle towards the chin. Yeah, back to the body again. Long range.
He's utilising his range very well here.
Nice hook. That's what Huss needs. Oh, little clip.
Left hook wobbled him a bit, I think.
Just a tiny bit.
A little bit of balance, but
Huss looks good. Now he's rushed. There's a double leg.
Big shot.
Drive to the fence. Got his hands cast, takes him for a ride and went down.
Double leg there.
Fantastic from Huss. He knew what he had to do there. He was starting to get pieced up a little bit and knew he had to get to it. Now Jack giving up the back here. He's got to be careful. This is Huss's wheelhouse.
John's doing well to stop those hooks.
John will stand up and utilise this though.
He can utilise that to shake him off a little bit.
We've seen this in the gym with Dan Mifsud. He loves to get the back and John will just stand up, show you exactly what we're seeing now. Got fantastic counter wrestling. Just controlling the hands there.
And having trained with John, he's very strong here against the cage.
For a flyweight,
he's insanely strong.
Exactly. Good whizzer.
He's like sparring with a bag of spanners.
100%.
You hit him and grab him, it hurts you. He's just so pointy.
Yep. Oh, nice knee.
Good wrist control from Ibrahimi there.
Johnny looking for his own takedown. This is what I call the body lock. Watch how strong. Drags that leg out. There he goes. Returns into the mat. Now he's looking for top pressure. He dominated his last fight with his top pressure game.
As long as he can keep that top head position and try and pass that leg, he can establish good top position here.
If he starts to dominate Huss on the ground as well as on the feet, this is going to be a real spirit breaker for Huss, considering realistically I found that Huss kind of needed to get it to the ground with Johnny to find out whether he could dominate.
Yeah, and he was definitely looking good in that initial exchange, but Johnny did well to stand up on the back control there, and now he's looking pretty dominant on top here. He's got that bar arm.
He's up already. God, this round went quick. He's looking for a finish. Johnny's pouring it on as we head towards the buzzer.
Good finish from Johnny there.
And that's the end of the round. Fantastic stamp on the round by John Aziawor.
Ibrahimi doesn't seem too phased. He's got that experience. He knows what he's in for here. I definitely feel like he needs to implement those feints and try and get Johnny on the back foot here to try and get that takedown again. Johnny using those front kicks and that jab really well, controlling that range. I think that's going to be another weapon coming out into the second round. I feel like John's going to be getting him to really be careful leaning back when Ibrahimi's coming forward, because he's giving up his hips on those takedowns.
Knowing that he got the position reversed, where are you thinking as Huss? Are you now threatened by hitting the takedown, or do we just go back to the well and hopefully we can keep that top position?
I feel like he's definitely still got to be looking to implement that grappling, but I feel like he's got to be a lot smarter about it and not rush those positions like he did on the back control there. I feel like he could have controlled Johnny a lot more on the ground there instead of just jumping on the back and rushing it too much. Johnny doesn't even look like he's sweating here.
No, he doesn't sweat. Even when he was cutting weight, he wasn't sweating. Round two.
Both boys looking fit. Johnny back to those feints. Ibrahimi.
Oh, nice shot by Ibrahimi.
Very good left hook.
Johnny might be wise to bring those hands up a little bit just to control it for a minute.
Big teep there.
Yeah, looking to jab the body.
He's using
nice calf kick to left hook there by Ibrahimi. Fantastic. Calf kick return. Left hook. The left hook's swinging. It's coming from a mile away, but it's starting to land a little bit on Johnny. He's got to move that head or get those hands up.
Those teeps are landing solid from John. I feel like he definitely could use them a little bit more. Nice stance switch into the inside leg kick there. And again, I feel like John could use that in and out movement a little bit, touch him and get him to run forward onto something.
Nice jab.
There it is. I feel like John could utilise that forward pressure. Touch him, draw it out, get...
Ibrahimi got to where he needed to, lift him up, took him to the sky and said, we're hitting the mat, young fella.
Very strong position there. Didn't look like it was even a threat of a takedown there. He just picked him up, put him on his head.
John back to his knees again. He's always happy to go to his knees, give up his back, and then fight from here. He doesn't sit on his back at all, which I actually love from MMA. I do not like them when they sit on their back and hope for the best. This is what we want, active wrestling defense, but Huss ain't letting it happen. He's looking to get the back.
Johnny's doing so well to fight those hands, keep those elbows tight.
Love the way he gets his hips to the cage, looking to get that elbow on the inside.
Yeah.
Great mat return there by Huss, and again on the back and rushes it.
He's still got it.
He's actually got a hand under the chin there. He's thinking this is on. He's going to flatten him out. He might get this. Hussain Ibrahimi, exactly where we said he'd be, on the back, looking for the choke.
Oh.
Huss is going, he's slipping that grip, he's gone to Gable.
I think John's pretty well out now. His back's almost to the floor. Still under the chin. Very tight.
That is definitely under. Johnny looks like he's composing himself. He knows what he's doing. He's fighting, he's pushing up on that elbow.
He's changed that angle slightly.
But mate, how long can you sit here for? Nah, he's getting that chin on the inside. He's out. Fantastic. The crowd erupts. Huss just looks for it again. Johnny tried to get up too quickly. He didn't compose himself enough. And Huss just finds himself straight back on that chin.
He's got it under the chin again there. Johnny's got to fight that top hand.
Fight that top hand, beautiful.
Now he's going to look to scrape and get his back to the floor there.
This one's deep, man. He's got that across the neck. Johnny's not got any quit in him. We know this Huss is having to adjust those hands. Every time he adjusts, it's going to get him out a little bit. But this is building confidence for Huss. 20 seconds left.
I feel like John needs to scrape his back to the floor here. Beautiful. He's defending those hands really well. He could look to spin in the guard here.
10 seconds. Huss would be wise just to go to the ground and pound, even though I feel like he's secured this round now. Cross feet. Fantastic. Now we have a fight. We are 1-1 going into round 3, Luke Daly.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I think it's 1-1 going into that one. Ibrahimi was able to implement it. He's grappling a little bit more there. He definitely didn't rush as much. We saw there was one position where he kind of jumped on the back, but he was able to recover and lock in that rear naked choke multiple times. But Johnny was just super tough.
What about the neck on John Aziawor? He's come here, he's got the crowd. There's no chance, I believe, of him tapping in front of this crowd. If Huss wants to get Johnny out of there, he's going to have to sleep him.
I definitely think so too. I don't think he's tapping in front of his friends and family. He's got a big support crew here. Being the local boy, he always brings a crowd. They're always noisy. They're always behind him. So yeah, I don't think he's...
Now, that'll take a little bit of confidence out of you. We've got a doctor looking. I don't know what's going on there. That'll take a little bit of confidence out of Johnny. So how does he get that back and reset?
I feel like he definitely needs to keep that range and use those teeps a bit more to keep Ibrahimi back. He needs to keep his back off the cage because Ibrahimi's getting those takedowns when Johnny's back's on the cage. He's putting him there so he's got nowhere to run, and then he could just dive on the takedown there, which he's been doing, but he's very strong.
I wasn't too sure what happened there. The doctor came in to have a look at Johnny, so I think the doctor might have been a bit worried about how long those chokes are on for.
Yeah, very interesting. John's still light on his feet. I think he definitely needs to implement those feints, keep Ibrahimi on the back foot. I think both boys need to be trying to implement that forward pressure, get each other on the back foot for the same reason. Johnny to stop the takedown, and Ibrahimi to implement it. Big shots from both boys.
Oh, he wobbled him! He's wobbled him! Johnny for his own takedown now. Top position now. We saw this in his last fight where he was clearly winning the stand-up, but he felt comfortable being here. And he's seriously cooking up a storm right now. He's got Ibrahimi against the cage. He's in half mount, quarter mount, and he's dominating with the ground and pound.
Looking very strong from this position. I feel like Ibrahimi, he's trapped that arm with that knee there.
Yeah, it's beautiful work by John Aziawor. What a change.
I feel like if Ibrahimi comes up to that right elbow, Johnny's looking for that bar.
Looking for that gift wrap as well.
Yeah, he's got that there, I think.
And just teeing off with that left hand. And I tell you what, with this crowd behind him, Johnny is not going to give up this position. He's got the back, one hook in, heavy on the hips. Ibrahimi in trouble here.
This is very strong here.
This is a fantastic return on John Aziawor for round 3.
I think he's looking for that bar arm on that bottom side there. if he gets it, it's going to be bad news for Ibrahimi, I believe.
He needs to not let the crowd get to him and rush the position.
Yeah, I feel like might be giving up his back here again.
But I guarantee he'll be wanting to get a finish here. Look at him teeing off here. Storm looking very closely over this one. He takes it back, puts the hooks in. Really smart there by Haas because he looked like he was in trouble for a little bit and he would have sensed the referee watching over him. He went, I've got to move. I don't care if I give up my back here. Now Johnny with his own attempt at the choke.
Got the body triangle there.
He's also got the arm, not quite under the chin, but he's got it wrapped up. Haas elevating his hips, but that body triangle was just really holding him in place.
Haas very experienced in the grappling. I don't think he's going to panic here.
No, he's a purple belt versus a white belt. Swinging from the back ain't always the best idea, though.
Yeah, I feel like he needs to clear that body triangle leg like he was before and look to scrape. He's got the cage in the way, which makes it unfortunate. Obviously benefiting Johnny.
As the clock ticks down, Haas needs to give up on swinging over his head and look at securing the hands of John Aziawor, trying to get his hips free.
Yeah, because regardless if he's hitting him here, he's losing the fight. Johnny's on his back looking to sink in that choke. I think he might have it under the chin there.
33 seconds. Johnny would really love a finish here.
Utilising that body triangle really well. This is where Ibrahimi needs to get over to that body lock side and look to scrape because he can't get it on his left. He needs to get his weight over to the other side and look to scrape his back to the floor on that body triangle side. As much as he's safe here, I feel like he could have had a little bit more urgency in that position to reverse it. Very strong finish there from Johnny.
Fantastic response for round 3 from Johnny Aziawor. This one goes to decision. But between you and Mandeli, I'm pretty sure we're confident where this is headed.
Yeah, I definitely feel Johnny had 1 and 3 in that bout. The striking advantage in the first. Ibrahimi was very strong with his grappling, but again, as you hear the crowd, they obviously believe this one as well.
The crowd agree with that one. I think we're heading to Bill's Fish and Chip Shop for a souvlaki after this one to celebrate a fantastic fight by John Aziawor.